welcome to all. So in our series we are going to cover all the Indian sociologists in one lecture. So let's begin. There are 6 Indian sociologists: Sarat Chandra Roy, L.K. Anand Krishnan Iyer, G.S. Ghurye, D.P. Mukherjee, A.R. Desai and M.N. Srinivasan. And it is being presented by me, Sweta Malhotra. So let's proceed. Look, he is Sarat Chandra Roy. So we should start with this. Initially he was a lawyer, and we can say he as an accidental anthropologist. Why we call anthropologist means accidental anthropologist? Because initially sociology was not there. Means a subject, a discipline like sociology does not exist there. So we can say Sarat Chandra Roy as the pioneer of sociology in India. And the next, Sarat Chandra Roy, he was a lawyer. He did his graduation and post-graduation in English. In 1898, after starting practice of law, he decided to take up the job of English teacher. After that, in Ranchi, he became the leading authority on culture and society of tribal people. Okay, as you know, whenever we know about the, we search about the society, means in sociology, we must have a field, a area where we have to research. Okay, so Sarat Chandra Roy research about tribal people of India. You know very well, tribal people and their customs are very suspicious and having a lot to know. With this, he also founded the journal Men in India in 1922. So let's proceed to the next sociologist. He is also called the accidental anthropologist, and the reason is same. L.K. Anand Krishnan Iyer, a college teacher in Cochin. Okay, Cochin means Kerala. Nowadays we know that is Kerala. In 1902, he was asked by Diwan of Cochin to assist him within the ethnographic. Ethnographic means a detailed study of a people, a group of people, means about their tradition, culture, dresses, languages and the food they eat. All things covered under the ethnographic studies. His work was appreciated by British administrators. Here, the point is that the time when sociology was having their hands and legs in the India, that is at the time of British. Guest lecturer, University of Madras. Reader, University of Calcutta, awarded honorary doctorate by the German University. Okay, and received the title of Rao Bahadur. He also received the title of Rao Bahadur and the state of Cochin. Again, Cochin means Kerala. At that time, Kerala was known as Cochin. So, let's proceed to the next slide. G.S. Ghurye on caste and race. With a series of the sociologists. Now, the third sociologist, G.S. Ghurye. Okay, in order to summarize whatever study he did on caste and race, he having argument with some other sociologist also. He was not having some argument with Indians, but with Western sociologists. Take for example, some sociologist believes that Indian racial system, Indian caste system is based on the Vedic period time. Means India is a laboratory of racial type of culture. Means racial type means what? From early Vedic period, when Aryans attack on Indus Valley civilization, they introduced themselves as proper human being. Means Indo-Aryans were considered as proper human being and other non-Aryans were considered as slaves. So on the basis of their physical appearance, that is racial type, they categorize the people, and allotted them the occupation. So we can say caste depends on occupation at that time, but nowadays it is being decided by birth. These all are the concept given by G.S. Ghurye with some other sociologists. Race and caste, feature of caste, we just discussed. Herbert Risley, yes, the sociologist having counter argument with G.S. Ghurye, Herbert Risley. Okay, he believed India was a laboratory to study the racial type of culture. He argues caste orientation in the race become different caste groups seems to belong to the distinct racial type. Okay, he suggested that lower caste are original inhabitant of India and the upper caste people means Indo-Aryans were not the original man of India, means they keep themselves at the top and the original Indians at the bottom of the society. So with this, let's proceed to the next. D.P. Mukherjee on tradition and change. Okay, in this series you can see we have a lot of thinkers pointing out some other fields of the society. Some is studying about tribal people, some on caste, some on race, and now D.P. Mukherjee on tradition and changes in India. As you know, tradition, what is tradition? The thing which we are inheriting from our forefathers called the traditions, which we have to follow. It's our choice. If we want, we can. No one is there to force. So changes. Three principal changes are there: Shruti, Samriti and Anubhav. Anubhav means experience. However, in India, personal experience turned into the collective experience. Okay, in Indian society, it is a very much indispensable feature of Indian society that if you are doing something today, it will spread in each and every part of society. Means the wrong deeds done by you will be common to all the people living in the society. Therefore, in Indian society, an individual act can affect the whole society. Okay, our next sociologist, A.R. Desai on state. On state, okay. So state here, state means a country. State is a word we can use for the country. Okay. So G.S. Ghurye and after D.P. Mukherjee and then A.R. Desai, he gave the concept of welfare states. Welfare state means a state which going good with the citizens and going all the possible things for their welfares. This is called welfare state. According to some research, two countries could be considered as perfect welfare state: Britain and USA, means UK and USA. But A.R. Desai criticized what? A welfare state is a myth or a truth? We can say welfare state is a myth. Why so? Because you can see a welfare state could not provide each and everything to the people which they demands. Means at the same time we cannot satisfy each and every section of the society. So here welfare state is a myth. Welfare state is a positive state. Yes, it is a definition of welfare state. In order to examine whether it is really exist or not, then we have to say it's a myth. It does not seek to do only the minimum necessary to maintain the law and order. It is interventionist and state use its power to implement policies of social welfare. It must be democratic. Mixed economy should be there. These are some features of the welfare states. Now, criteria measures the performance of welfare state. As I already discussed that a state is a welfare state, yes or no. We can say it's totally a myth. You can compare, even you can compare, only compare. You cannot do anything to prove that this state is a welfare state, because there are some points, some loopholes are there. You cannot find out. Even suppose that you are talking about the unity, you are talking about equality. Can you see inside the house whether they all are uh, feeling same means a boy, a girl living in a same family facing the discrimination. So how could you consider a country as a welfare state? Claim of welfare state we have already discussed. M.N. Srinivasan on village study. He is the final sociologist of India, and according to him, a village is the proper place where you can find the real society and real sociology of India. Even people are living together, they are being divided on the basis of caste, race, custom, food, dresses, and lot of things. Then instead of going towards the country, going towards a mass movement and everything, in order to just measure the changes, you can simply go to a village, you can notice, you can collect data, okay, and that will be the real fact you will get. So M.N. Srinivasan writing his writing on the village were the two broad type, and yes, there is another sociologist having counter argument with M.N. Srinivasan, that is Louis Dormant views on village. He thought that social institutions like caste were more important than village, which was after all only a collection of people living in the particular area. Okay, according to him, we cannot consider village as a study area because people used to move, used to migrate from one place to another place in search of food, in search of jobs, in search of activities, in search of medical facilities. So how can we consider as a village is a proper way, proper area to get research? So Srinivasan against Louis Dormant. Yes, because Srinivasan was in favor of village study and Dormant was not in favor of village study. And yes, significance of villages. Villages are the site of research have offered many advantages to Indian sociology. Okay, basically if we see politically, we can say politically, if we want to see the direct democracy, it could be found in the village area only. Okay, so this was a concept used by Srinivasan. So that's all for today's, and hope you enjoyed the lecture.